Hey guys, welcome back. I'm trying to get back on it, so 2 vlogs in a week is something I wanted to do this week. My dog Dakota came to work with me today, and she's super cute. She's very snuggly today because it's a little chilly out. So today I thought I would show you guys some of the stretching that I'm doing with Doppler. He doesn't really let me do it after I ride because he gets a little anxious, and when he's done riding he wants to go out. So I've been doing it before we ride, so I'm gonna do that today. Grooming wise, I tend to bring him in and groom him. He'll get a beamer session and then we do our stretching. So he seems to really enjoy that routine. He likes to be outside though and to be moving. He definitely has anxiety, and so that's been really good for him. I also decided that I'm gonna put him on a supplement called Reline GI. I'm gonna try it out, but it is supposed to help support the gastric health, and I'm hoping that it will help out with his ulcers. So I'm gonna finish mucking this morning, and then I will bring him in for breakfast, and we'll talk a little bit more about him today. I will show you guys the stretches, and I want to show you guys his TACK setup today if I have time as well, and then I'm hoping to clip Rex today. So that's what we're going to be doing. Okay, so I'm pretty excited because I got some TACK sorted out for Doppler now. So I'm going to show you guys my saddles and my bridles. I feel like it's really important to have a saddle fitter come out and check your saddle, just because I think a lot of times people don't quite understand where the saddle could be bothering the horse. I think saddle fit is just an extremely important part of riding. So first I'll start with my jump tack. I actually wanted to get a Devaku monoflap saddle. My trainer is a sponsored rider by them, and I've ridden in quite a few Devakus now, and I really like them. So what I wanted to get for my big purchase was a monoflap jump saddle, which I did. So this is the jump saddle that I went with. Now this is a Chores O, which is great. If you're someone that's familiar with Devakus, I was a little concerned that my horse would need the more pricey one, the Chores Lab, but the Chores O fit him great. Both saddles are super comfortable. This is a used monoflap saddle, and these are my TACK stirrups that you guys are familiar with, but I'm really happy with the condition of it. Devaku sells really great used saddles, so it's in super great condition. I haven't cleaned it this week, so ignore that. But all the billets and everything were in great shape, and I was really happy with that. And then on top of that, for my jump tack, I went with a None Finer bridle. And here, so the None Finer equipment came highly recommended by my trainer. The leather is super high quality. They had different options for figure 8 bridles with headbands, and I'm really happy with their product and their customer service. I'd highly recommend them. I also got a None Finer hunting breastplate. It's a lovely Havana brown with brass that matches my saddle. So I'm really happy with the quality. I highly recommend. As for a bit, I decided to go with a Herm Springer, I probably butchered the name, Sensigen loose ring. You'll see it has a rubber piece in the middle and Doppler really likes it. He has a soft mouth, and it's specifically made for soft mouths. And I really like it. I've been really happy with the product, and I highly recommend trying those. Luckily, my trainer had one that I could try first, so I got to try her loose ring before I got one. As for my dressage setup, I'm gonna go over that with you guys as well, so give me 1 second. For my dressage tack, this is the Henning, and I've already ridden in it before, and I really love it. These are just some jump Devaku leathers and stirrups I threw on it to ride in it until I get dressage stirrup leathers and stirrups. And then as for my dressage bridle, I really wanted to get, I'm gonna butcher the name, a Waldenhausen. I might have already talked about this bridle, but I'm really excited about it. It has just a smidge of bling without being too much, and I'm really, really happy with it. And then as for my dressage bit, I went with a KK Ultra loose ring. This is my trainers that I'm playing with, but I ordered one for Dad. So I'm pretty excited about these. I'm really happy with the setups, and he seems really happy with the setups. So I think all in all, we're in good shape. So the one other thing tack-wise that I'm working on is I want to find a girth that makes him happy. He's definitely, because he has been ulcery before and is cold-backed, he can be a little fussy about the leather girths. So I'm trying to find something that has a little bit of stretch and just allows him to feel comfortable and breathe. So I'm looking at a couple different options now, and I'm going to try those out, and I'll let you guys know where I go with. Right? He seemed really happy when I was riding in a hunter saddle with a stretchy fleece girth. Obviously that doesn't work with a monoflap, so I'm just playing around with that, but he seemed really happy in a girth like that, so I'm trying to find something that stretches a little bit. Gives him some room to breathe. So today I want to show you guys some of the stretching that I do with him before we ride. I'm going to start with carrot stretches, and then I'll do some leg stretches and tail stretches, and we'll just kind of go from there. He gets really tight in his neck and in his hind end, so there's just some stretches I'm working on just to help keep him nice and loose. So first I'm going to unclip him and start with some carrot stretches. He knows what we're going to do. He's a good boy. So to help stretch out his neck, I encourage him to stretch back here. Good boy. And I make him do, I try to make him do each stretch for about 30 seconds. If possible, I try to convince him to hold it here. Like I said, he's really tight in his neck, so it's a little bit hard for him to hold it for a long period of time. Good boy. So we ask him to stretch to one side, and then I'll ask him to stretch to the other side, and then I'll ask him to stretch between his legs. It's probably hard to tell, but he was tighter on the right side of his neck, so he struggles a little bit more with that side. And this one he struggles with as well. He's just not as flexible as Jippy was. Good boy, good boy. So another stretch that she gave me to do was to stretch his front legs forward and his hind legs forward and back. Now with both, I don't want to pull. You don't want to pull on them. I'm just stretching them out and asking him to relax and stretch on his own. So hopefully he'll show you that. and then I just rest. And I don't pull and force the stretch. Yeah, good boy. I just encourage him to stretch his leg himself. So I kind of just hold it here, and you'll see him push forward and work into the stretch himself. I'm not going to show you guys the whole portion of the stretch just because it'll take up too much time, so you're just going to get little clips, but I'm doing these stretches for 30 seconds. Good boy. So you'll be able to see him move. I'm not pulling at all. I'm just resting my hands and my arms. Hope, hope. And you'll see him push forward with his leg and stretch. Good boy. Good boy. Oh, good boy. Good boy. Just supporting his stretch. Good boy. Again, with the hind legs, I just want to hold it forward a little bit and encourage him to stretch but not pull his leg. And then with his hind legs, I go both forward and back. Back, sometimes he struggles with a little bit, but again, just hold it out to here and encourage him to stretch. And I have to be very careful, and I watch his hock just to see if he's going to yank and pull, so because I'm kind of in a dangerous spot. So I don't really recommend doing this unless you're experienced and comfortable with your horse. Typically he gets more into the forward leg stretches than in hinds, but he's good about working with me on both. So the last stretch I want to show you guys today is doing some tail pulls. There are some other stretches she gave me, but I'm going to run out of battery, so I just wanted to start with a few for today. So with the tail pulling, I just gently hold his tail just so that you can see him stretching the muscles. So very gently right there. And you can see that's a little bit hard for him, but I'm just stretching those muscles very slightly, very gently. And again, you hold it. I hold this one for about just 10 seconds. Good boy. Still really hard for him. So I'm going to do it on the other side, but that pretty much wraps up the stretching for today. I'm going to take him for a hack, but I have to tack him in a stall for that. So I'm going to skip that part for today. I'll see you guys next time.